Okay, we're here for 18.3 time to the hour and hour and a half. How are the minute hand and the hour hand different for time to the hour and time to the half hour? So those are our essential questions. Okay, each clock has an hour hand and a minute hand. Use what you know about the hour hand to write the unknown numbers. It is 1 o'clock. The hour hand points to the 1. The minute hand points to the 12. It is 1:30. The hour hand points between the 1 and the 2, and the minute hand points to the 6. Okay? An hour has 60 minutes. The clock shows 10 o'clock. A half hour has 30 minutes. The clock shows 10:30. The minute hand has moved from the 12 to the 6. So it has made this many jumps: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so 30 minutes, and you land on the 6. Okay, write the time. All right, so the hour hand is pointing between the 11 and the 12, so that means it's 11. And the minute hand is pointing to the 6, so that means it's 11:30. Okay, all right, number 2. The minute hand is pointing at the 6, so that means it's going to be 30. The hour hand is pointing between the 12 and the 1, so that's going to be 12:30. Okay? All right, number 3. The hour hand is pointing at the 4, so it's 4. And the minute hand is pointing at the 12, so that makes it 4 o'clock. Okay, write the time. All right. The hour hand is pointing between the 7 and the 8, so that means it's 7. And the minute hand is pointing at the 6, so that means it's 7:30. Okay, number 5. The hour hand is pointing at the 9, and the minute hand is pointing at the 12, so that makes it 9 o'clock. Okay, number 6. The minute hand is pointing at the 6. The hour hand is pointing in between the 8 and the 9, so that makes it 8:30. Okay, Sarah goes to the park when both the hour hand and the minute hand point to the 12. What time does Sarah go to the park? So if you have a clock, 12, 6, 3, 9, and the hour hand is pointing at this, and the minute hand is pointing at this, does that make it 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, or 2 o'clock? That makes it 12 o'clock. Good job. Number 8. Mel goes to the park at 3:30. Which time shows when Mel goes to the park? Sorry, there's guys mowing the lawn outside. Mel goes to the park at 3:30. Which time shows when Mel goes to the park? 3:30. So it's got to be 30 minutes past 3 o'clock. So that makes it 3:30. The hour hand points halfway between the 2 and the 3. Okay. Draw the hour hand and the minute hand. Write the time. The hour hand points halfway between the 2 and 3. And if it's halfway between the 2 and 3, the minute hand is going to be pointing to the 6. So that makes it 2:30. Okay. Daily assessment task. Number 10. The clock shows the time that Carrie gets home from her soccer game. What time does the clock show? So the hour hand is pointing to the 7. I'm recording. So the 7, the minute hand is pointing to the 12. The hour hand is pointing to the 7. What time does that make it? It makes it 7 o'clock. Number 11. Which clock shows 11:30? So it's got to be pointing between the 11 and the 12, and the minute hand has to be on the 6. So which one is it? This one's on the 6. This one's on the 6. It can't be this one. And then it's got to be pointing between the 10 and the 11, because it's in between 10 and 11. So this one's pointing between the 11 and the 12, so it can't be this one, so it has to be this one. Number 12. Sean goes to the library when the hour hand points to the 6, and the minute hand goes to the 12. What time does Sean go to the library? The hour hand points to the 6, and the minute hand points to the 12. That makes it 6 o'clock. All right, looking at number 13, what time is it? Okay, the hour hand is pointing between the 7 and 8. The minute hand is pointing between the 6. So that makes a what time? If it's between 7 and 8, it's going to be closer to 7, so it's going to be 7:30. Okay? For number 1, 2, and 3, I want you to write the times. Remember, the hour hand is the short one, the minute hand is the long one. Number 4, Louise goes bowling at 11. What time shows when Louise goes bowling? So what time is it? It's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, or 2 o'clock? It's 11 o'clock. Very nice. The hour hand points halfway between the 8 and the 9. Draw the hour hand and the minute hand. So when it points halfway between a number, the minute hand is going to be on the 6, and the hour hand is going to be between the 8 and the 9. So then it is going to be 8:30. Good job. All right, number 6 through 9, I want you guys to answer these for yourself. Number 6, the clock shows the time that Ken gets home from his karate lesson. What time does the clock show? So you'll look at the clock. You'll determine which hour, what time it is. You'll discover which hand is pointing where. Number 7, which clock shows 10:30? Remember, when it's 10:30, the minute hand is going to be pointing at the 6. Number 8, what time is it? Make sure you're looking at the clock. I want you to look at the minute hand and the hour hand. And then number 9, Sarah goes to the park when the hour hand points to the 11 and the minute hand points to the 12. What time does Sarah go to the park? So if you have a clock, okay, so it points to the 11 and the 12. So what time is it? It is going to be 11 o'clock. Very good.